FRAUD-FLIX presents a FRAUD-FLIX episode. Today, we open another file, another fraud, and not a small one of the largest the financial world has ever seen. And here's the part that should keep every compliance officer awake at night. It didn't last for months. It didn't last for years. It stood, untouched, in plain sight, for decades. The most trusted name in the room, the numbers that never fell, until, one day, they did. So settle in. Before it became compliance, it was a scandal, a fear, or a very expensive mistake. I wish you a pleasant viewing, and don't hesitate to drop a comment below. Stay with me to the end, where we'll open the next file together. Stream the law, skip the bill.
Though, almost a confession. They will tell you the numbers never moved. Up, always up. A line so smooth, so calm, it could rock you to sleep. That was the trick. Not the lie itself, the steadiness of it, the way it never fell. Because a fall is honest. A fall is the market, breathing. But a line that never falls, that is not investing. That is vertigo.
It felt so safe.
For 30 years it did. The most trusted name in the room. The split strike that never slipped. An auditor no one had heard of. In an office no one had seen. $65 billion, suspended in midair, held up by nothing but the certainty that it would never look down.
And then, one December, it looked down.
Cut. The motif collapses into a single dropping note.
This is FRAUD-FLIX. Before it became compliance, it was a scandal, a fear, or a very expensive mistake. Tonight, the man who sold the world a straight line, and the depositaries, the auditors, and the rule makers who had to learn the hard way what safekeeping really means. The longest con in the history of finance.
Don't look down.
Stream the law. Skip the bill. Let me introduce the cast.
Oh, please do. Stream the law. Skip the bill.
The Commissioner, Bernard L. Madoff, born 1938, Queens, New York, son of a plumber. Married his high school sweetheart in 1959 and started a market-making firm with the savings from his summer job as a lifeguard at Silver Point Beach.
So American.
By 1990, he was chairman of the NASDAQ. He helped invent the modern electronic stock market.
He was the architecture itself.
By 2008, his investment advisory business, a separate operation from the legitimate market-making firm, operated from a different floor of the same building, claimed to manage $65 billion on behalf of approximately 4,800 clients.
Universities, foundations, hospitals, Holocaust survivor organizations, the owner of a baseball team, a Nobel laureate, a film director, the personal savings of his own secretary.
The total number of stock trades executed by that advisory business in its final 15 years was 0.
But the statements were exquisite.
The statements were what the clients saw, monthly, bound, printed on heavy stock. Some of them in the early years were even typed on an IBM Selectric. Not because anyone required it, because the feel of the thing mattered.
Texture, my dear, is everything.
He charged no performance fee.
No performance fee.
2% of assets under management, that was all. He turned away clients. He had a waiting list. People begged to give him their savings, and he made them feel grateful that he accepted.
That, you understand, is the most beautiful sentence in the entire history of capital markets.
I am not paid to find it beautiful. I am paid to read the indictment.
Then read it.
United States versus Bernard L. Madoff. Counts: securities fraud, investment advisor fraud, mail fraud, wire fraud, money laundering, false statements, perjury, false filings with the SEC, theft from employee benefit plans. 11 counts in total.
And he pleaded?
Guilty to all of them. On March 12th, 2009, no trial.
No trial.
He cooperated with no one. He named no one. He gave the prosecution nothing except his own signature.
A gentleman to the end.
A gentleman who stole $65 billion.
And then there was the unpleasant man.
Harry Markopolos,
Markopolos.
Greek-American mathematician, quantitative analyst at a small Boston investment firm. His boss asks him in 1999 to reverse engineer the Madoff strategy, the famous split-strike conversion, so the firm can replicate the returns and sell the same product to their own clients.
A perfectly reasonable request.
Markopolos spends 4 hours on the maths.
And?
4 hours. He returns to his boss and says, "This is not possible."
Oh, but darling.
He says, "The volume of options Madoff claims to trade does not exist in the market. The strategy he describes cannot generate the returns he reports. The Sharpe ratio is mathematically impossible. The curve does not move with the underlying. The curve does not move at all."
The curve was beautiful.
The curve was a lie.
The two are not always different.
In May 2000, Markopolos writes his first letter to the SEC. 8 pages, quiet, technical, professional. The Boston office of the SEC reads it, files it, takes no action.
Naturally.
In 2001, he writes again, a longer document. He brings printouts.
Printouts.
In 2005, he writes a third memo, 21 pages. The title is, "The World's Largest Hedge Fund is a Fraud."
A bit melodramatic, don't you think?
He lists 29 red flags, 29, itemized, numbered, with mathematical proofs. He sends it to the SEC's Washington office.
And?
Returned unread.
Returned unread.
He writes again in 2007 and in 2008.
Persistent fellow.
Quote from the Securities and Exchange Commission's own internal investigation published in 2009. The SEC received more than ample information in the form of detailed and substantive complaints over the years to warrant a thorough and comprehensive examination of Madoff. Despite 3 examinations and 2 investigations being conducted, a thorough and competent investigation or examination was never performed.
5 inquiries, 21 pages, 16 years.
Nobody climbed the tower.
Why would they? She was beautiful from the ground.
May 2001. Barron's Magazine, the Financial Weekly. Aaron Arvidlin publishes a long-form investigation.
Don't ask, don't tell.
The Curious Returns of a Wall Street Veteran.
A delightful headline.
Arvidlin interviews fund managers, options traders, and academics. She asks them how Madoff's returns are possible. She publishes their answers.
Which were?
Variations on the same sentence. We don't know, and we're not asking.
Wise men.
One source told her, on the record, even knowledgeable people can't really tell you what he's doing. Another said, Anybody who's a smart person is going to be guarded in responding to your questions.
That is the most New York sentence I have ever heard.
The article was published. Madoff's clients read it. Most of them stayed.
They wanted me too much to look.
May 2003. The SEC's Office of Compliance, Inspections, and Examinations launches an inquiry.
Another inquiry.
They request information. Madoff sends documents. The SEC reads them. They find some technical infractions. They close the file.
Closed.
2004. Another inquiry. Another closure.
Closed.
2005. The SEC's New York office opens a formal investigation following the Markopoulos memo. They take Madoff's testimony under oath. He lies.
Of course he lies.
He tells the investigators under oath that the advisory business uses 35 counterparties for its options trades. He provides a list. None of the counterparties had ever traded with him. None.
And the investigators?
They did not call the counterparties.
They did not call the counterparties.
The investigation was closed in 2007. No enforcement action.
A clean file.
A no-action file.
The dolly zoom. Hitchcock's invention. The camera pulls back. The lens zooms in. The character stands still, and the world stretches around them. The staircase falls away. The floor recedes.
That is the moment when Markopoulos, in his Boston office, watches the SEC close another inquiry and realizes that the system designed to detect this fraud is constitutionally incapable of detecting it. The staircase is falling. He is standing still. And nobody is going to climb the tower.
5 inquiries, 21 pages, 16 years. Nobody climbed. Welcome to the atelier.
This is where the costumes were made.
Each of our clients received a bespoke garment.
Each statement was individually fabricated to match the historical returns the client had been promised. The back office on the 17th floor of the Lipstick Building employed approximately 20 people whose entire job was to manufacture these documents.
The Fairfield Greenwich line. $7.5 billion in claimed assets. Volatile, sophisticated, slightly aggressive. For the international clientele.
Fairfield was the largest feeder. It charged its own clients a fee on top of Madoff's. Its founders made hundreds of millions of dollars sending money to Bernie. They claimed they performed due diligence.
They did.
Their due diligence consisted, in part, of meeting with Madoff for lunch.
He had a delightful table.
Tremont, Kingate Global, Access International, Optimal, the Banco Santander subsidiary, each one a feeder, each one charging fees, each one pretending to manage the money they were simply passing through to him.
Our entire collection.
By 2008, the feeders had funneled approximately $36 billion into the advisory business. The remaining claimed assets were direct clients.
They came from everywhere. New York, Palm Beach, Geneva, Madrid, Tel Aviv. A village in Minnesota I had never heard of. A baseball club. A foundation that funded medical research. A man who had survived Treblinka.
The statements showed positions in Standard & Poor's 100 index stocks. Apple, ExxonMobil, Procter & Gamble. The clients saw their holdings rise. The clients saw their dividends arrive. The clients saw the wash. The clients saw the rinse. The clients saw the cycle.
Beautiful.
None of it existed.
It existed on the page.
The page is not the market.
For 30 years, the page was enough.
The mechanics are simple. The money from new clients pays the redemptions of old clients. The money from old clients was never invested in the first place. It sits in a J.P. Morgan Chase account, account number 703.
A famous account number now.
The account held approximately $3 billion in cash at most times. The interest on the cash was the only real return the advisory business ever generated. It was a 30-year Ponzi scheme conducted in plain sight in a J.P. Morgan checking account with no securities, no trades, no counterparties, no positions.
Just the statements.
Just the statements.
They wanted me too much to look.
December 10th, 2008. The financial crisis is in full collapse. Lehman Brothers has been gone for 3 months. Citigroup is being recapitalized by the United States Treasury. Markets are in free fall. Redemption requests pour into hedge funds across Wall Street.
And into the advisory business on the 17th floor.
Approximately $7 billion in redemption requests in November alone. The cash in J.P. Morgan account 703 is not sufficient.
For the first time in 30 years.
Madoff calls his 2 sons, Mark and Andrew, into his apartment on East 64th Street. He tells them he wants to pay out the year's bonuses early, several $million to senior staff.
A gesture.
His sons ask why. He says, "I cannot hold it any longer." He tells them everything. He tells them the advisory business is, in his exact words, one big lie.
It's all just one big lie.
The sons leave the apartment. They call their lawyer. The lawyer calls the FBI. December 11th, 2008, 8:30 in the morning. 2 FBI agents knock on the door of the East 64th Street apartment. One of them asks Bernie Madoff if there is an innocent explanation for what his sons have reported. Madoff says, "There is no innocent explanation." He is arrested. He is taken to the federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan in his pajamas under a coat. He is released the same day on a $10 million bond on the surety of his wife's signature. By the end of the week, the names of the victims begin to surface. They do not stop surfacing for a year.
I am told I should not say their names.
No, we say some. The owner of the New York Mets, the film director Steven Spielberg's foundation, the estate of Elie Wiesel and the Elie Wiesel Foundation for Humanity, the actor Kevin Bacon, Yeshiva University, the Robert Lapin Charitable Foundation, which funded trips for young people to Israel, closed permanently the following morning, the Royal Bank of Scotland, HSBC, BNP Paribas, Banco Santander, Nomura, the pension fund of a small Connecticut town.
And
Thierry de la Villehouche. December 23rd, 2008, 12 days after the arrest. Thierry de la Villehouche, French aristocrat, founder of Access International, the feeder fund that had channeled approximately $1.5 billion of European money, much of it from European nobility, Liliane Bettencourt of the L'Oreal family, the royal family of Saudi Arabia, the Rothschild family of Geneva, into the Madoff advisory business.
Le Marquis.
He is found in his office on Madison Avenue. He has slit his wrists. There is a bottle of sleeping pills and a box cutter on the desk. He has left no note. He is 65 years old.
The European Reckoning.
June 29, 2009. Madoff is sentenced. Federal Courthouse, Manhattan. Judge Denny Chin presiding. Madoff stands. Judge Chin sentences him to 150 years in federal prison, the maximum permitted by statute. Symbolic, of course. Madoff is 71. But the judge wants the number on the record.
150.
Judge Chin says at sentencing, and this is on the official transcript, the breach of trust was massive.
Massive.
April 14, 2021. Federal Medical Center, Butner, North Carolina. Bernard L. Madoff, age 82, dies of complications from chronic kidney disease.
The longest Ponzi, finally still.
2024. Irving Picard, the court-appointed trustee, continues the clawback. Over the years since 2009, he has recovered approximately $14.5 billion of the $17.5 billion in cash principal that flowed into the advisory business. Approximately 83% recovered. The work continues.
One clawback at a time.
The unwinding continues. The Herman spiral motif returns one final time. Single sustained string note, refusing to resolve.
I did not lie to them.
No.
The curve never lied. The statements never lied. The fund never lied.
Number.
They did.
The spiral never lied. We did.
Before you go, our next file moves south, Texas, the early 2000s, a company that traded everything from natural gas to broadband to the weather itself, and that, for a brief and brilliant period, was named the most innovative corporation in America. Until the morning, it was not. Coming next on FRAUD-FLIX, Enron, the Texas tragedy. And this week in the other cabinet, RegFlix returns, Scooby-Doo, Madmar, 2 cabinets, 1 key. We will see you there.